Most times the manga leads, but sometimes the anime wins, harder, louder, better. Today on Nonagon we're ranking 6 anime that didn't just adapt the manga, they upgraded it. With sound, with motion, with impact. This isn't shade, it's proof that animation, done right, builds something greater than the page. Let's get into it. Number 6. Vivy, Fluorite Eyes Song. This one flips the script, literally. Vivy, Fluorite Eyes Song was an anime first. Its manga came later, and frankly felt like a formality. Because what the anime delivered, it was an audiovisual bullet to the soul. In a future ruled by AIs, a songstress android is tasked with rewriting the apocalypse, not stopping it, rewriting it. Across 100 years of war, betrayal, and fractured identity, Vivy crafts an operatic spiral into extinction. The manga captures the plot beats. But that's it. What it misses, and what makes Vivy unforgettable, is how it sounds, how it moves, how it bleeds. This anime is kinetic poetry. Fight scenes hit like concerts, each one choreographed to original vocal tracks. Camera work spins and slams with the violence, shards of glass, flickers of memory, artificial blood on a stage built for humans. The animation? Wit Studio brought attack on Titan-level flexes, and yet Vivy's best moments aren't in combat, they're in silence. In one arc, she fails to save a politician's daughter. That failure echoes through decades. No panel can capture the weight of her rebooted voice when she tries to sing again. The timeline-hopping narrative gets confusing in static form, but in the anime, it flows like music, each arc a movement, each disaster a crescendo. You don't read Vivy, you listen to it. You watch it fall apart in color. Number 5. The Promised Neverland. Before it fell off a cliff in Season 2, The Promised Neverland's anime debut was a masterclass in tension. Episode 1 alone took the manga's already haunting premise and dialed it to 11 through pacing, sound design, and pure psychological dread. We open in Grace Fieldhouse. The children are bright, curious, hopeful. Then, the truth. The cold reveal of what the orphanage really is. In the manga, this turn is shocking. In the anime, it's cinematic horror. Flashlights slice through the dark. A heartbeat hammers underneath the silence. When Emma and Norman see what's in that truck, the camera doesn't cut away. It holds. Director Mamoru Kanbei knew how to build fear, not with jump scares but with stillness. The framing, the use of shadow, and that score, a lullaby turned eulogy, make every scene after feel unsafe, even the quiet ones. While the manga moves quickly to exposition and logistics, the anime lingers. It lets you feel the surveillance, the claustrophobia. It gives time for the kid's desperation to ferment into something volatile. Even small tweaks, like extending Isabella's humming, or showing the demon silhouettes longer, pay off in full unease. Episode by episode, the anime added cinematic breath where the manga often sprinted. And when that final escape plays out in the last episode, it's a full-throttle, slow-burn climax. Flames, violins, tears. It's not just adaptation, it's elevation. Shame about Season 2. But Season 1, a masterclass in horror-thriller adaptation. Number 4. Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. The manga had heart. The anime gave it a heartbeat. Demon Slayer was always a solid read. Straightforward, emotional, rough around the edges. But when Ufotable took the reins, it became a cultural explosion. Not because of the story, but because of how the story looked. Take episode 19, now practically folklore. Tanjiro's final attack against Rui is in the manga, yes. It's there, sketched with emotion. But in the anime, it becomes art in motion. Water breathing turns into visual poetry. Flame overlays. Family flashbacks cut mid-swing. And that haunting insert song, it turns the strike into a requiem. Ufotable didn't just animate fights, they choreographed them like theater. Every slash follows the rhythm of the score. Every demon's death is both grotesque and tragic, captured in lighting that rivals cinema. And don't forget the backgrounds, detailed, rich, immersive. The manga gives you outlines, the anime drops you inside the forest. Soundtrack plays a huge role too. Tracks like Kamado Tanjiro no Uta aren't just background, They carry narrative weight, elevate scenes from dramatic to transcendent. Where the manga occasionally rushed arcs, the anime breathes, expands. It adds pauses, silence, even original moments that flesh out emotions and settings. The result? A rare case where adaptation isn't just better, it's definitive. Ask 10 fans their favorite Demon Slayer moment, and 9 will describe something they watched, not read. Number 3. Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan was always brutal on the page, but on screen it became biblical. Hajime Isayama's manga had vision, gritty art, ruthless twists, but the anime sharpened it, clarified it, and then detonated it with cinematic force. From the first episode, the difference is visceral. In the manga, the colossal Titan appears with scale. In the anime, he arrives, thunder cracking, steam hissing, the walls trembling like a cathedral hit by God. The sound mix alone makes you feel like you're there, not reading, witnessing. Wit Studio and Mappa brought different flavors. Wit gave us terror and tragedy. Mappa gave us nihilism and war. But both enhanced what the manga started: movement, tone, gravity. ODM gear scenes became aerial ballet. Titan fights turned from chaos into choreography. Every punch, a seismic event. And then there's the score. Hiroyuki Sawano didn't compose music. He summoned wrath. Vogel im Käfig, Call of Silence, Ashes on the Fire. These aren't just tracks, they're trauma anthems. When paired with scenes like Sasha's Last Moment or Eren's declaration of war, they elevate the story into something mythic. The anime also fixed pacing. The Marley arc, bloated and erratic in the manga, becomes tight and devastating in the anime. Falco and Gabi feel more human. Reiner's breakdowns hit harder. And that final sequence in Season 4, Part 3, frame by frame, it hurts. Yes, the ending remains divisive. But from Trost to Liberio, Attack on Titan's anime didn't just adapt, it marched. Number 2, One Punch Man. The original One Punch Man manga by One is clever, scrappy, and minimalist by design. Yusuke Murata's redrawn version? A kinetic upgrade with god-tier paneling. But when Madhouse dropped Season 1 of the anime in 2015, it became a full-blown spectacle, a punchline turned opera. Let's be real, the premise isn't hard to grasp. A bald guy kills anything in one hit. The magic is how he kills it. And in the anime, that how is visual carnage refined to art. Madhouse treated every battle like a final boss. Genos versus Mosquito Girl looks like a sci-fi film. Saitama versus Boros? It's not a fight, it's an apocalypse. The final blows crack mountains, shatter ships, and rip atmosphere. The manga shows power. The anime delivers impact. There's a rhythm to the anime's storytelling the page can't replicate. Silence, tension, explosion, deadpan. And it's all perfectly timed with sound, camera shifts, and visual exaggeration. You don't just laugh at Saitama's bored expressions, you feel the pause. You ride the absurdity. What makes this even more unfair is how Madhouse used budget discipline. They saved their biggest animation pushes for key scenes, letting slower moments simmer with mood and awkward tension. It's not just power, it's control. The manga's incredible. But the anime's first season? It's a masterclass in adaptation, restraint, release, and raised expectations. Unfortunately, Season 2 switched studios, and the magic cracked. But Season 1 still stands, a punch so clean it echoed across the genre. And finally, a show that didn't just animate emotions, it painted a soul in motion. One is Mob Psycho 100. Here it is, the crown jewel of adaptation. Mob Psycho 100 took a quirky, underdrawn web manga and turned it into one of the most emotionally powerful anime of the decade. Period. Let's not sugarcoat it. One's original art is rough, charming, yes, but crude. When Mob Psycho debuted as an anime under Studio Bones, it didn't just clean things up. It reimagined them. It took the heart of the story, empathy, identity, restraint, and made it explode on screen. Mob is a psychic time bomb with the emotional range of a brick wall. But in the anime, his inner chaos is visible. Emotions surge in abstract animation. When his percentage climbs, the screen fractures. Backgrounds melt. The color palette mutates. His repressed trauma doesn't just show, it detonates across the frame. Every fight scene becomes a visual metaphor. Psychedelic swirls, brushstroke flashes, frames that feel hand-drawn by Mob himself. And yet, for all its madness, the anime never loses its emotional center. Reigen's phone call in Season 1, Mob's I'm Not Special in Season 2, that final fight in Season 3, where Mob confronts his own shadow. No manga panel can hold what Bones unleashed. The music, subtle but precise, the voice acting, perfectly tuned to Mob's passivity and Reigen's manic charm. And direction? Surgical. The camera lingers when it hurts and erupts when it matters. Mob isn't just an anime upgrade, it's a case study in how animation can complete a story. The manga gave us the bones, the anime gave us the soul. And with that, the list ends. But one last thought remains. 6 anime, 6 upgrades, not copies, evolutions. From Vivi's sound and fury to Mob Psycho's emotional chaos, these shows proved that animation can complete what the page began. So, which anime do you think beat the manga? Tell us below, and subscribe to Nonagon for more sharp anime breakdowns and brutal storytelling insights. Until next time.